Hello, hello, everybody. Good evening.
Hello.
All right, this is the Ladies Show. Welcome, everybody. Come in and join us. As you can see, it's just me and Kate tonight. Janae, I hope you're watching from home, and I hope your wife feels better. Family comes first, so I hope your wife feels a lot better today. And so, hey, here's to healing for her. Um, everybody's getting sick. Kevin's sick too. He has
Oh
the
no,
same.
Kevin's
Yeah,
sick too.
yeah. He's not feeling well. So
Oh no.
so he's going into work because he has no choice because he's a DJ. You can't really call off.
Oh gosh.
so
I
you
feel
know,
so bad for him.
so there's something going around. So I understand. So yeah. So
I
Janae, I
guess
wish.
there's something going around our
Yeah.
community too, so it
So
makes
yeah. So anyway, but yeah. So that's what's going on. So feel better, and then hopefully you could join us when we're back live in a couple weeks.
yes, we are taking off next week because Thursday falls on Thanksgiving, so we're taking that off to be with our families and loved ones. So you won't see us next week.
But we will be back the week after, which is December 1st, which is crazy to think that December is in
I know.
2 weeks, y'all. I don't know where the time's going, but
Yeah, next
anyway,
week
so
I'm going to definitely start decorating for Christmas and
yeah,
get it
so
done.
anyway, so that's this basically it. It's gonna be our semi Thanksgiving show since we won't be on. So we wanted to start with recognizing a community that is in mourning right now, and just prayers and a moment of silence for Lavelle, Deshawn, and Devin. Rest in peace. My condolences to your family members, your loved ones, and the whole Virginia community and state, and just sending all of you a lot of love and prayers. So,
What a sad and tragic thing to happen to the University of Virginia. And I am so sad for these players and their families and everything they're going through. And my prayers and condolences and thoughts are with them. And Janae, you shared something about the game this Saturday with me earlier. What was that?
oh, they canceled the final home game. They do have one more game scheduled 2 weeks, but the one that was supposed to happen this Saturday, unfortunately, it's going to be a memorial to remember the three football players that passed. But let's just hold a moment of silence and then prayers to everyone, and we'll just be silent for a quick moment, and then we'll move on. But again, prayers to the community and the family members. Okay, so hold your loved ones tight, everybody. You just never know. Um, we also wanted to take a moment to recognize one of our LTF families, Mr. Alex Loosemore, a Detroit Lions fan. He's over the moon because they've won some games, even against my team. So
Yes.
I just want to give a shout out, happy birthday to Alex.
Happy birthday, Alex. We hope you have a wonderful day and enjoy your special day to its fullest. And I don't know how Canadians celebrate their birthdays, but I hope you have a very good birthday.
But yeah, so shout out Alex. Everybody that's joining us, thank you. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Kayo, Sean, Anthony. Always good to see y'all in our comments.
Hello.
Okay. And
I'm all about women empowerment. I mean, it's one of the things that I talked about when bringing this topic into this group. I really respect women and their roles, and I think a woman's place can be in the NFL. And
all right. And so Kate is going to kick it off with Women in the NFL, and she's going to be talking about Sheila Ford Hamp. Take it away, Kate.
Hey everyone. So to this week, I thought I'd keep it local and to our local football team. And we haven't covered her yet, so I decided to cover Sheila Firestone Ford Hamp. She was born in 1951 and is an American businesswoman and NFL football executive. She's a descendant of both the Ford and Firestone, which is the tire family fortunes. She is the principal owner and chairwoman of the Detroit Lions of the National Football League. Hamp graduated from Yale University in 1973, where she played varsity tennis. Hamp has an MA in teaching and early child education from Boston University. Hamp serves on the NFL's Super Bowl and Major Events Committee, and Hamp has also served as the vice chairwoman of the Lions since 2014 and succeeded her mother, Martha Firestone Ford, on June 23, 2020. Sheila Ford was born to parents William Clay Ford Sr., son of Etzel Ford and grandson of Henry Ford, and Martha Firestone Ford of the Firestone Tire and Rubber Company, Fortune, in 1951. She earned a bachelor's degree, like I said earlier, from Yale in 1973, where she was among the first class that included women. So, more women empowerment, which I thought was really cool to learn. She received a master's degree in teaching and early child development education from Boston University. Ford competed in tennis while at Yale and won a Michigan State championship while in high school. So she's not only accomplished in football and in the NFL, she's accomplished in tennis as well. Ford Hamp has been involved in the management of the Detroit Lions since her mother took over the team in 2014. In 2015, Ford Hamp was involved in the decision to fire Tom Lewand and Martin Mayhew. In 2019, she was involved in the retention of general manager Bob Quinn and head coach Matt Patricia, which we all kind of know was a failed thing that she was involved with because those men are no longer with the organization. On June 23, 2020, Ford Hamp took over her mother as principal owner and chairwoman. Her first major move after taking over the principal ownership was to fire both Quinn and Patricia on November 28, 2020, after a rough 4-7 start to the 2020 season. Ford Hamp is married to Steve Hamp and lives with her husband and 3 children in one of my favorite cities in all of Michigan, which is Ann Arbor. So she lives in the city to which I work, in which I spend a lot of my time. So I'm very, I found that very interesting that she does not live in the Detroit community, but resides there. But that is Sheila Ford Hamp, the owner of the Detroit Lions. I know it's been an interesting season for her. She's been doing a lot of different moves to try to keep the organization going and rebuild. And she did something that most owners don't do, which is halfway through the season, she decided she needed to do a press conference to explain where the team is going, why the general manager was making his decisions, and where the organization is headed. So anyway, if you're a Detroit Lions fan, you know a little bit more about your owner, and that's my woman in the NFL.
All right. That's always good to know. More women in power, so that's good. Thank you for sharing that with us, Kate. I hope everyone learned a little bit more about Sheila Ford Hamp. And of course, all you Detroit fans, you probably already knew some of this. And if you didn't, now you know a little bit more. Thank you, Kate, for sharing that. And yeah, she went to Yale. That's a big deal, especially at that time when, like you mentioned, there were not many women, if at all, in a lot of these careers and these different majors. And so I appreciate you sharing that with us. Before we move on to another segment, just a little commercial break. All right, I see Nicole in the comments, who's a co-host of the NFC South show, and a few of the other hosts are actually in the comments with us. And so make sure to catch those shows when you can. Hello, Nicole.
Hello, Nicole.
Hello, everybody in the comments. Keep joining us. And please comment, share your thoughts with us. We always appreciate your thoughts and comments. We always appreciate what you have to say. It's always a good time to hear your ideas and hear what your thoughts are. And so please jump in and kind of share anything really about the woman in the NFL. Anything that we share, by all means, please feel free to comment and share your thoughts on those subjects.
I think it's really nice that someone like Hayden Hurst is coming out and being like, look, you're not alone. Mm-hmm. I'm a big, tough football player, and look at me. Like, I went through it too. Like, anybody can go through it. It doesn't matter how, like, if you're an athlete, if you're a man.
All right. And so with that, our cause in the NFL this week is the Work Done Charities, and I will be covering that one. I'm pretty sure some of you remember Work Done. And if you don't, well, now you're going to learn a little bit about him and his charities. So it really is called the Work Done Charities, and they do a few different things. He created this in inspiration for his mother. And what I really like about this foundation is that it's more about empowerment. So the point of the Work Done Charities is it empowers families to break the cycle of generational poverty and achieve a better quality of life. During his inaugural season with the Tampa Bay Bucks, Work founded Homes for the Holidays, also known as HFTH, to honor his late mother's dreams of home ownership. Sadly, she passed away before he can buy her home. But he did buy a home for himself and his family to show that appreciation, to kind of pass that down. The program actually partners with local community organizations to reduce the burden on new single-parent homeowners by fully furnishing their new house, providing down payment assistance checks, and stocking the pantry with food. We always see these TV shows that are like, oh, here's a new home. But what we learned about later is that they were never able to really afford the mortgage, right, and all these different things. And so what his organization does, it actually helps them with a down payment, right? And it actually teaches them how to take out a mortgage and how to pay your mortgage. And again, it's the idea to make sure that people have homes to live, but that they know how to learn how to maintain them, how to keep them, how to pay for them. And I love that he makes sure that it's fully furnished. So that's one less thing they have to worry about, and starts off with them having food in their pantry. So that is one part of the Work Done Charities, is Home for the Holidays. The other thing that he does, it's called Count on Your Future. And so in partnership with Country Financial, it established Count on Your Future program in 2014 to teach families how to achieve economic empowerment, thereby helping to break the cycle of generational poverty and creating a better quality of life. Our Count on Your Future program promotes financial empowerment by providing children, teens, and adults with tools and resources to help them with their financial futures. Teen and adult participants who actually complete the Count on Your Future spring and fall workshops that they sometimes have host will receive up to $500 in matching funds towards opening and sustaining an investment account. And so again, it really is about education and breaking that cycle, right? That chain. And so it pairs them with a country financial representative for up to 2 years to make sure that they are using that money and those funds to continue investing, to continue and grow that bank account and learn what it is to finance. And so I think that's something really amazing that he's included in his charities. Another part of his charity is called Sculpt. It was designed to provide participants with valuable wellness information that can be incorporated into their everyday lives, making healthier choices. Doesn't just apply to adults, it's something that kids can do. And so, Sculpt workshops, because he does a lot of workshops, or his organization does, is designed to be kid friendly and inclusive so that future generations are empowered with the tools necessary to build a healthier future. Because again, health really is important. And oftentimes, like I know growing up in a community of color, we don't always know the best foods, or there's always not the best foods available, right, around us. Everybody has heard of food deserts, things like that. And so I think it's wonderful that he does these workshops for adults and children to make sure that they actually know what it means to live a healthy lifestyle. The final part of his charity is called Hearts for Community Service Scholarships. The Hearts for Community Service Scholarships program provides financial merit-based awards and scholarships to support students who are active volunteers in their community and are attending or soon to be attending a post-secondary institution. The burden of higher education debt has been really painful and has long-lasting consequences for low-income students and students of color. So they award $5,000 to students who actually give back to their community and who volunteer and who show that not only are they going to high school, not only are they continuing their studies and want to do something else after high school, he awards them with with $5,000 that they can use towards any post-secondary institution, as long as it's something. Right now, it's currently only available in Arizona, California, Colorado, Florida, Georgia, Iowa, Kansas, Louisiana, Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, and Wisconsin. So a bunch of states. And of course, I'm sure they'll add more, but at least if you live in one of those states, look up the Hearts for Community Service scholarships for your children. If they are giving back to the community, make sure that they connect with this organization. And so that is the Warren Dunn's charities. And so again, I do like the idea of breaking generational poverty and actually having a charity that teaches people how to live financially, right? How to invest. And so, Kate, what do you think?
I think it's amazing when you mentioned single parents, being a single parent. I thought that was really awesome because so often in communities, we're like the left behind population, and they don't really do a lot for single parents to teach them how to budget, how to handle being in your own home, and all of those things. I love the fact that now that you said that that one thing is in Michigan, Nora gives back by volunteering for an organization right now. So I'll look into that scholarship for her. So I've learned about that. That would be great for her going to college. So in work done, I've always kind of watched the Buccaneers a lot over the years. Like I've said, I like Simeon Rice. I like all these players, but I've always liked Warrick Dunn, and I did not know about his charities. So I've learned a lot, and I learned a lot about what they do. And I love that not only are they setting these families up in homes, they're teaching them about finances, they're teaching them life skills. And that is really key. You can give anyone a house.
Exactly.
Like they've done on Extreme Home Makeovers.
That's what I'm saying.
All these people lose these houses because
Yes.
they get these houses, but they don't have the money for the mortgage. They don't have the finances. They don't have the background of budgeting and everything. So they lose them. So I'm glad they're doing things to help so that people aren't losing these homes given to them. And they're learning good life skills. that's what you need. A lot of people don't know those things. So, and like you said, they're breaking generational gaps. So maybe before this person came in and like their family didn't always make it, but now they're making it. So
Yeah.
that, and they're teaching their kids to make it. So
Yes, exactly.
I love
Exactly.
that. It's
Yeah.
like, I love it.
And the
So,
the financial literacy is so important, and so I like that he provides that to teens and young adults so they can actually learn what it means to invest. And so,
oh,
um,
definitely. Like, I'll never
kudos to that.
my that's something like, my dad is big into his investments and investing and making sure you have nest eggs and different things like that so you're not struggling. So
Absolutely.
I give Warwick Dunn all the kudos in the world for his charities and what he's doing in communities, and I didn't realize his charity reached many different states and helping students that are doing things in their communities and giving back can help them once they go off to college. So kudos to Work Done.
Yeah. So, all right. So, of course, we always show a quick video about our organizations and foundations that we cover and our causes. And so, I'm going to make sure you see a little clip about that so you can learn a little bit more about Work Done and his foundation.
When I was a rookie with the Steelers, my coach, Chuck Noll, and our owner, Art Rooney, told us not to make football our whole life. Do more than just play for Pittsburgh, they said. Become part of the fabric of the community. When I became a head coach in Tampa Bay, I tried to give my players the same inspiration. And I'm so proud the challenge took root in Warwick Dunn.
Well, the Homes for the Holidays program was born because of Coach Tony Dungy. His words resonated with me, and I just thought about, like, man, what can I do to help people? And I just started thinking about the things my mom wanted and her dream of how she never realized that dream.
Police arrived at this Jefferson Highway convenience store about 12:15 this morning to find one of their own near death. Corporal Betty Smothers died at Our Lady of the Lake Hospital.
Betty Smothers was a 36-year-old single parent. She worked full-time at her police duties and then pulled extra duty to make ends meet.
Every story that I read, every family that I helped, I took a little bit of my mom.
In 1997, as a 22-year-old rookie, Warwick came to me to explain his goal of helping families like his. He'd kept his family together since his mother's death, and now his idea was to help finance and furnish homes for other single moms and their kids.
We did it my rookie year. We did 3 homes on Thanksgiving, and we haven't stopped ever since.
Because of his love for family and knowing firsthand the difficulties a single parent is faced with, he created his Homes for the Holidays. And this is a beautiful and befitting tribute to her.
Oh, here we go. Today would be home 174 for the charity, going on almost 22 years now. So it's a special day. Whoa. Most families, when they first move into a home, they can't afford to fully furnish the home.
It's so quiet.
Big girl's room. Save the best for last. Mom's room. Furniture, foods, linens, garden tools, TVs, computers, all the way down to the toothbrush. We're gonna start you off. Soon. That's what my mom would have wanted.
Today, Qatar, congratulations on being home 174.
I'm a single parent, and so for charity to help me, it gives you that push, it gives you that energy to keep going, and it lets you know that you're not in the world alone.
Like Katara and her son earlier this month, the 61st home Dunn handed over 13 years ago offered another family a fresh start, and a young boy named Deshaun Watson a chance of realizing a dream. He's just one example of the impact Warwick's made, a reminder of what we can all do when we commit to making a difference.
There you have it. Learned a little bit more about what drives him, right? So he could have let a tragedy, right, keep him away from football, right? We know that pain can drive you away, but what a man to use, to turn a tragedy like that into something beautiful to remember his mother for. And Tony Dungy, I love that man. Like, I really love him. He's one of my favorite head coaches. And I think that was the biggest difference in this man's life, is that he had Tony Dungy at his side to be his mentor and help him through such a painful time. I truly believe that people are placed in your path for a reason.
Oh, I
Seriously.
definitely agree. Tony Dungy is one of the classiest guys that has ever graced the NFL. He's one of my favorite coaches ever. And I'm glad for those moments, because I know of coaches in other athletes' lives that have impacted them and have gotten them to where they're at today. So kudos to that relationship that Dungy built with Warrick Dunn, so that he could do these things and persevere and, do great things for great people and great communities. I love it.
And I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that, Warrick, your mom is proud of you. I know that she's still with you, and she's so proud of what you're doing in her name and the way you're honoring her. So thank you, Warrick. Seriously, amazing charity. I honestly, when I found it and I saw what they did, I had to share with everybody. I will, of course, post a link like I usually do for all our causes. I will share it in our LTF Facebook group. So if you want to donate, look this up, click on it, or at least share it out so that people have that information. Like, Kate didn't know that his charity about the scholarships were available in Michigan. So you don't know. It might be available. There's something that you can look into that will help you, or maybe might help someone around you in your circle that you don't know about yet. Because sometimes we don't know when people are in need. So look for that in the LTF Facebook group. And then before we move to Hot Player of the Week, just a quick commercial break. All right, so Mr. Anthony Handy has an amazing segment in our roundtable, which is the Rookie Spotlight. So make sure you catch that on Tuesdays. And so that's something to look forward to on Tuesdays with the roundtable, is the Rookie Spotlight. And now we're moving on to Hot Players of last week. Kate, we'll start with you.
I am picking someone. Don't criticize me because of who it is, but I have to go with Aiden Hutchinson of the Detroit Lions. I think his defense was very key. I'm sorry, Delilah, that it was against your team, the Chicago Bears, that he had this amazing
Quite all right. I saw it, so go ahead.
But he had 8 tackles, which were all solo tackles. He had 1 sack and 1 stuff. He had a key sack at the end of the game on Justin Fields that helped secure the win for the Lions. And he had a key tackle at the goal line that was on 4th down that gave the ball back to the Lions. That was really key to the victory. And he's just been an incredible rookie. I know people are criticize him every once in a while that his numbers aren't these numbers that they thought they would be, but his numbers are better than most people would think. He's got 28 tackles on the season, 5.5 sacks. He's got the interception as well in there. So he's done incredible things. And I just feel like the key sack at the end and that tackle at the goal line during the game against the Bears and what he's been doing, and that's put him in talks for Defensive Rookie of the Year. So my Hot Player of the Week was love you, Aiden, was Mr. Aiden Hutchinson of the Detroit Lions for his amazing defense and securing that win against, I'm sorry, Delilah, your
I know.
Chicago Bears.
Oh, good. Listen,
I love that boy.
I watched it happen, so trust me. It's quite all right.
So, Delilah, who is your hot player of the week?
Oh my goodness. My hot player of the week is Dalvin Cook, running back for the Minnesota Vikings. So everybody I know, listen, it's no hate on Mr. Justin Jefferson, but I felt like that was too easy of a pick. We saw the catch. We know the kid's amazing. So I wanted to show some love to Mr. Dalvin Cook, who was also key and instrumental in that win. Sorry, Bills fans out there, love y'all. But yeah, he was also instrumental in that win. He had an 81-yard rushing touchdown. Okay. So one of those touchdowns that put the Vikings, within tying and then eventually, getting into taking over was Dalvin Cook and his 81-yard, rushing touchdown return. And so wanted to make sure that he got credit for that. So in that game in total, he had 119 yards. He 14 attempts, 8.5 average carries, 1 touchdown. Like I said, his longest was that touchdown return of 81 yards. Right now, he is averaging 5 yards a game, which is what you want, right? Out of a stellar running back. We always talk about that. If you're getting at least 5 or 6 yards a game, you are doing an incredible job. He has 6 rushing touchdowns total, 145 attempts, and 727 rushing yards. So right now, we'll see. I think Dalvin Cook just got cooking. Sorry about the pun.
I love it.
That's usually Anthony's area, so he's usually our punster. But anyway, so yeah, my hot player of last week was Dalvin Cook. Everyone out there watching, who do you think was the hot player of last week? So as you saw, to recap, Kate went with Aiden Hutchinson. I went with Dalvin Cook. Let us know in the comments who your hot player of last week was. We always love to hear from you guys, hear what you have to say. It makes it a lot of fun. And so by all means, share your thoughts with us.
I love that you shared Delvin, but little does anyone know, but that catch that Jefferson had has re-injured a toe injury, and he's not been very active in practice this week. So,
oh no,
yeah, Justin's a little on the hurt side. So
you better hope he can come back against the Cowboys.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh. Is that who they play next?
Yes. Woo! So talking about that, right? Even though that's not drama, but it's a little drama. We are continuing a segment that we've been doing for weeks that Miss Janae, our fabulous co-host, came up with, and it's been a great segment, NFL drama of what's going on in the NFL. So one of the first topics of conversations is actually, I don't know if you know this, but tight end Chris Herndon was actually a free agent, and while being a free agent, has actually been suspended for 8 weeks by the NFL. Basically what that means, he's out for the whole season. So they haven't shared what actually happened. There hasn't been too much released. I know previously he's been suspended for 5 games due to breaking NFL policy of substance abuse. I don't know if that's what happened in this case, but an 8-week ban is pretty significant. But again, the NFL or Chris Herndon's team, they haven't released any statements, but that just came out that he is suspended for 8 weeks. And so I don't know. I mean, he could have had a chance of being signed by someone as a free agent, but now he's going to be suspended for 8 weeks. So
that's serious that you're a free agent and suspended by the league. So what happened? I wish they'd let us know instead of making us wonder and conjure and figure this out. But it's really sad when players let things off the field interfere with their hopes and dreams of being on the field. It's really sad when they have these opportunities to hopefully get signed by a team that then they go revert back to old tendencies, and being a free agent's hard. I mean, you're hoping and wishing you get that call that you're going to be on a team and someone wants you, and it's with idle hands, they are the devil's workshop. So whatever happened obviously was bad enough that the NFL said, sorry, you're going to be suspended now for 8 weeks, which is like you said, the NFL season. So I'll be curious if the truth comes to light as to why he was suspended, but that's not good.
Yeah, so I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I'm sure we'll hear more, so stay tuned. But right now, that is one of the news that came out this morning. He was suspended for 8 weeks. He had joined the Saints just in August during the preseason, but he was actually cut. And he hasn't actually reported any workouts, so he hasn't really worked out with teams this season either. So, again, whatever happened, I'm sure we'll learn more, but I hope, whatever it is, that he's getting help for it. Like it was mentioned that previously it was due to breaking the substance abuse policy. He was only suspended for 4 games though. So again, the fact that this is 8 weeks, I don't know what the violation was for that, but anyway, Chris, I hope whatever's going on that you're gaining help, because I really do believe in that with my whole heart. So I hope you're getting whatever help you need, and I'm sure we'll learn more soon.
And then on another flip side of some NFL drama, the long-awaited return of Mr. Deshaun Watson is around the corner. He started practicing. He was league cleared to start doing that. So he starts week 13. He starts against his Texans. And it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But Deshaun Watson is back on the field and playing after all of the alleged convictions and settling out of court and everything. The Browns are very excited to have him back. They're very excited to get him starting. They're very excited to see what's going to happen with their season once he gets on the field. But yeah, Deshaun Watson is back in the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be, even with the newest allegations that came out while he was serving his suspension, the Browns are still saying he's back. He's going to start week 13. He's going to start against his former team, and he's going to be playing. So lots of interesting things are happening in the NFL. I mean, I don't know if you want to call it drama too. I'll really quickly add the Eagles signed Ndamukong Suh after he's been not playing for a while and didn't go back to the Buccaneers. So there's that little bit of drama. But Delilah, what do you think about Deshaun being back on the field and practicing? And
I mean, whatever we think, like he fulfilled the ban, 11 weeks. That's what he was given. So he completed what was handed down. He didn't appeal it, which he could have, and would have prolonged the whole process. So he didn't appeal the suspension, and he's been practicing. The Browns are keeping everything close to arms of who will be starting next week, because he can actually start in December. So this week he's still not able to play this game, but he can play in December. So he's getting his reps. Right now, they're saying they're just they're preparing Jacoby to play the Bills. So that's all the Browns are saying. They're not saying how they're splitting their reps at practice. Obviously, they are splitting the reps. They have to. But they've said that, their coach has said he likes what he sees in Deshaun. He likes how the practices are coming up together. And it sounds like he's gelling with the team, with his players. And so as to who gets to start in 2 weeks, obviously it's going to be Deshaun, right? That's
right.
They paid a lot of money to bring him over to the Browns. And so I don't have a doubt in my mind that we're going to see him as QB1 in 2 weeks. But for right now, they're playing the Bills, and as you know, that's been moved to Fort
Detroit!
Field.
Hey,
So-
I might have to go see the massive piece of
Yeah,
magic.
so that's what they're getting ready for. So right now, the focus for the Browns, the coach and everybody, all they're saying is they're just getting Jacoby ready to play the Bills. And again, because of the snowstorm that's literally hitting upstate New York right now, they moved the game already, and so that game will be played at Ford Field. And so that's their focus currently. They're splitting their reps again. They're not saying how, but obviously there's no way that Deshaun doesn't start in 2 weeks.
Oh, definitely not. They've been looking forward to this, and they're gonna see what he's got and see if he's the answer to what the Browns have needed at quarterback.
We will see soon enough. Okay, so that is your NFL drama. Go feel free again to comment on any of the drama topics we came up, or if you have your own drama that we just didn't know about, by all means, go ahead and share it. We love to hear all about the drama. Okay, since next week is Thanksgiving, and we will not be going live next week because we are going to take that time to spend time with our family, we decided to give it a go and make some Thanksgiving game predictions. And so we do have 3 games slated for Thanksgiving. And of course, the noon game is Lions versus Bills. And so, Kate, what do you think? Who wins that game?
Knowing that the Bills are going to have a good feel for Ford Field, being that they're playing there this week, I don't see how the Bills come into Ford Field or come in and not beat the Lions. I'm sorry. That's funny. Anyway, I have a feeling the Bills will win. I feel the Bills are hungry. I know they're still down on their last loss. So I feel that Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs and Von Miller are going to be like on top of their game this week. Of course, against the Browns, they're going to want to get that victory here. And I think they're going to want to come back in another 4 days and get the victory on Thanksgiving Day. And I really, unless the Lions shock me, because sometimes the Lions tend to shock me. I mean, they're unpredictable. Like, I don't ever want to count them out right now because I know they have a lot to prove right now. I know Dan Campbell wants them to prove a lot right now. And I didn't think that they'd beat your Bears because I think your Bears are playing really, really well right now. So that game was a shocker to me that they won it. But I'm going to go with the Bills on that one just because I feel like Josh Allen's got a lot to prove right now. And I think their organization has a lot to prove. They were originally supposed to be the Super Bowl contending team.
Right, yeah.
And Josh Allen was like hyped as the MVP, and now you really don't see a whole lot of him in talks as of right now.
He's dropped a lot because of those end zone interceptions. That's going to do it. Sorry.
Yep. It's going to do it to you every time. So right now, Sean's got Detroit. I love it. So anyway, my hope is my feeling is the Bills, but you never know what those pesky Lions are going to do.
If the Bills take it, by how much? What do you think?
I think if the Bills take it, it'll be like a 42 to like 21 game.
Oh, wow.
I'm feeling
You
they're
think
going
it's
to
gonna be a blowout?
I think it's going to be a blowout because that's what our Lions do on Thanksgiving.
No. Well, just a fun fact. So the Bills, who have to play on Sunday because of the snowstorm against Cleveland, they have to come back for the Thanksgiving. They have to fly back literally like a few days later.
Unless they just stay in Detroit and just
So they have to fly back to Detroit for that Thanksgiving game. And you know what? I think, Alex, because it's your birthday, I'm going to give this game to the Lions, and they're going to win by a touchdown. And I don't think it's going to be high scoring. I think it'll be pretty close. I think it'll be like, 21 to like 28 or something like that. But anyway, go Lions. I hope you keep on your run. So Thanksgiving Day, they'll break that curse. Lions by a touchdown. All right, guys, what do you think? Who's going to win the Thanksgiving noon game? Will it be Lions or Bills? And if you want to give a score, go ahead. If not, that's okay. But just let us know who you think gets the W for that game. Moving on to our mid-afternoon game, 4:30 Central, 5:30 Eastern. It's Cowboys versus the New York Giants. That is a huge divisional game, y'all. As you've been seeing, New York has been winning tons of games. whether you like it or not, they're actually, like, if we went to the playoffs tomorrow, they would be playoff bound. Okay, so huge game. Kate, I'm gonna throw it to you. Who you think, Cowboys or Giants?
I love you guys, but I'm rolling with the Giants. They've been playing so well. I have high hopes in Daniel Jones as their quarterback right now. I think they have the opportunity to prove a lot in their division, and it feels like the NFL belongs to New York in a way right now, with the Jets doing so well, the Giants doing so well, the Bills are kind of doing well. So, and it's at New York, so I am going to go with the Giants on this one, just because, the Cowboys really disappointed me and lost to the Packers, which really was a disappointment to me, because nothing makes me happier than to see Aaron.
Me too.
So, and with how bad the Packers are doing this year, the fact that they let them win that game makes me think that there's no hope of them going to New York and winning that game.
Wow. All right.
I'm going with the Giants.
Cowboy fans.
Close though. I don't think it'll be like a blowout. Maybe like one of those 10-7 games.
Oh my God! At Thanksgiving, turn off the TV and go back for leftovers if that's what's going on. Wow. All right, y'all, what you think? So that late afternoon game, Cowboys versus New York Giants, who gets the W there? And I'm going to go on the opposite direction. I think that, Dak is just gelling. He's back, I think, in 2 weeks. It's a divisional game. I'm going to go with the Cowboys by a field goal. I think Cowboys will win by a field goal. I also agree. I don't think it'll be high scoring because both defenses are actually pretty solid. That's how New York has been able to win so many games. It's not just the offense, it's the fact that their defense gets a lot of huge stops. And so that's why I do think that it's not going to be high scoring. It probably will be like a weird score, like 17-21 or something like that. But yeah, I think Cowboys win by a field goal. Everybody out there, what do you think? Who gets that W? Cowboys versus New York Giants is a divisional game. It'll be huge by then, especially depending how they do this week, right?
Yep.
If they win, lose, or both combination, that Thanksgiving game is huge. So let us know in the comments. Who do you think gets that W?
Nicole, for you, I'll do this. I wanna be a part of it. New York.
Woo, thanks, Kate.
There's my best Frank Sinatra for you.
I love that. All right, here we go. Scott says Giants over Cowboys 37-14. Woo! Wow.
That's a big win.
That's a big difference. All right, so there you have it. So some people are saying the Giants will get that W. I still think the Cowboys will get it, but who knows? So many things happen in football. And finally, that Thanksgiving night game, we've got the Patriots versus the Vikings. The Red Hot Vikings, right? They're going in red hot off of back-to-back wins, especially that W over the Bills. They are hype. They're gearing to go. And so this should be a good game because even though Patriots aren't maybe like the best, they are middle of the road. They're doing pretty well. They're getting their wins. Bill Belichick, you can't ever count that coach out.
Nope.
He comes up with the wins. And so who do we think gets that Thanksgiving win on the Thanksgiving night game? Will it be the Patriots or will it be the Vikings? Kate, what do you think?
I want to see an upset. I think it's time to humble some Viking pride. And I would love to see the Patriots go in and win that game and do a really good thumping to Mr. Pretty Boy. And so I am going to go with the Patriots. I feel like look at what happened with the Eagles. We didn't expect the Commanders to come in and beat the Eagles at home and do it how they did it and everything else. It wasn't expected. It was expected that the Eagles would keep on rolling. So I think it's time for that maybe a little bit of upset on Thanksgiving Day where a team like the Patriots come in and shock the world and say, Vikings, we're putting you in your place and we're going to win and it's going to be a close game. I don't think it's going to be necessarily like one of those, demonstrative wins, but maybe like by a safety, a field goal, something close.
Safety.
Something close, but I think Belichick is hungry to keep winning. Oh my.
Sean, is that you or the cat
That's
took over
Sean.
your... No, I know, but the cat typed that? Or did she tell you to type that? No, I'm just kidding. I love it.
MSU, Kirk is the best court. Oh,
love
good
it.
Lord. What
I
has
love
she
it.
done to you, Sean? What has she done to you?
All right.
But anyway, I definitely have the Patriots coming in for the upset on this one.
I mean, that would
Just
be...
because you never know what's going to happen.
No, I know. That
I
would
never
be...
expected Sean's Commanders to go in and beat the Eagles the way they did it. Oh, Sean, I still love you. I'm gonna keep the peace and be just like, I love you. Bless the heart.
Yes, Nicole. The winners, they go and eat turkey afterwards.
Yes, they do.
It's
That makes me miss some of the.
Yeah, it's a
miss
thing.
Gavin and how he makes turkey.
You are correct. Yeah, they do the turkeys. They'll eat the turkey legs. Should be fun. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the upset as well. I think Bill Belichick will pull off a win somehow on Thanksgiving because again, that's just kind of how he is. I also don't see it being high scoring, but I do think the Patriots win by a touchdown. So the reason, yeah. So because you have to remember that the Vikings are playing this Sunday against the Cowboys, that should be a huge game too, just so you know.
Huge game.
And so honestly, like depending on that outlook, that to me will determine how they play on Thursday. But I do think Patriots under Bill Belichick will come in with the upset on Thanksgiving night.
Are the Vikings playing at the Cowboys, Delilah?
I don't. I don't know. Sorry. Yo, are they playing? I don't remember. I'm sorry. I just put up the games. I don't know if they're playing in Dallas or if they are playing in Minnesota.
Because if they're playing in Dallas, I guarantee you the Cowboys are going to win that game.
Yes. Love it.
We will not forget.
All right, so those are your Thanksgiving games. So again, we just wanted to give you our thoughts, hear your predictions, just because again, next Thursday we're going to spend time with our family, so we won't be going live, but we wanted to have some fun and just make sure that we discussed it. All right, and to predictions for tonight's Thursday night games, which right now the Titans are up 7-0. So it is Tennessee Titans versus the Green Bay Packers. And again, like I said, Tennessee is up by 7. And so who gets the W is still early in football. You still have 9 minutes left in the first quarter. Just want to throw that out there. So who gets the win tonight, Kate?
I'm rolling with my running back duo of Hassan Haskins, my Michigan boy, and I'm going to roll with my other boy from Bama, my second favorite college team, Mr. Derek King Henry, and I'm going to pick the Titans to win this one. I just It's not because of Aaron and the Packers and all of that. I just really love that running back duo, and I think that I'm really happy to see what Haskins is doing on the field and everything for being a Michigan alumni and everything he did there. So, and I like the Titans. I don't have anything bad to say about Vrabel as a coach. He played for he played for the Patriots with Tommy. So I'm going with the Titans, and it's not because of necessarily my dislike for Aaron Rodgers and my dislike for the Packers. I just think they're the stronger team. So
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, y'all, what you think? Who gets a W tonight? Will it be Green Bay or will it be the Titans? I'm actually, and I'm going to say this as I choke because I'm not a fan of Green Bay, as you know, because I am a Bears fan. But I'm going to say that because of that win against the Cowboys, you gave Aaron Rodgers a taste of winning. And I've seen this before. I've seen when he's down, he's losing, and all of a sudden he starts winning games again. Okay? Remember, it's only 7-0 right now. There is so much football. And don't forget that they came back to tie the Cowboys and get the win. So even though they were trailing, they came back, they tied, and they actually won the game. So I actually do think that because of that win, that the Packers are going to win tonight. And I think it's actually going to be the opposite. I actually do think that it's going to be 24 Packers, 20 Tennessee. Or 21, because they'll get more touchdowns. So it'll be 24-21. But yes, I'm going to give tonight's W to the Green Bay Packers. Only because y'all let that man and that team get that W last week, Cowboys. And he just tends to just run with it. He just gets a taste of winning and just somehow comes back. So that's my prediction. So again, we have some people saying Tennessee. We have I'm the only one who said Packers so far.
I'm
But
sure
hey,
Wendy, if she were
let me
watching,
know.
would be picking the Packers.
Let me know in the comments, who do you think? And so, yeah. Thank you. I love Nicole. I really do wish you could have joined us tonight, but that's okay. I'm sure you can join us at another time.
We would love to have you.
No. Scott, you're hilarious. Thank you.
Thank you.
Packers only because I got Aaron in fantasy. Nice.
Love it.
All right. Any other predictions? Go ahead. Let us know in the comments. Share. Let us know what you think. And all right, y'all, we are coming to the end of our show. And so without further ado, but you need to like not give up and just try your best to persevere through whatever you want to reach, right? Whatever goal, whether it's short goal, long goal, whatever, just perseverance is key. And I know it's hard. All right. And we have arrived to our ladies have the final say. Kate, I'm going to kick it to you.
Okay.
What is your final say for tonight?
In honor of Thanksgiving, I thought tonight would be appropriate to go with things we're thankful for. And so I am very thankful for like my family, my daughter, and I'm thankful for the wonderful job I have and my coworkers. I'm thankful for all my beautiful friendships that I have. I'm thankful for all the people that are in my life. I'm thankful for my LTF family. I love you and appreciate you all. And I'm glad you're still sticking with this lady's show and the journey we've been on in the last year and a half. And I'm thankful that I have the health that I have and that life is good. I mean, I never thought I'd be at 6 out of the 8 home games for Michigan football this season, and the amazing people that I've met through the Michigan family and everything. Twitter's been a blast lately. So I'm just so thankful for so many different things in my life. And I'm just thankful for you, Delilah, that you came on this journey with me to do this ladies show, and that I think you're amazing and all the football knowledge you have. And just, I I cherish you, and I can't wait to meet you in person someday and give you a big hug and tell you how thankful I am for you. And Janae, I'm sorry you couldn't be with us tonight. And Ash, your little butt better be here with your sass during Christmas break. So those are some of the things that I am thankful for.
Oh, thank you. That was beautiful. Okay, so in honor in that spirit, so one, because I'm a teacher, I want everybody to actually learn, the true history of Thanksgiving. But outside of that, what it's been turned into, because many of us have turned Thanksgiving into exactly what it should be, which is about being grateful for what you have, being thankful for what you have, because sometimes we just don't know how lucky we are until we see others, right? Like, for example, like I just shared the Work Done Foundation. There are people who don't have homes, right? Don't have a place to live, don't have home security, don't have financial security. I know that I'm lucky that and not everybody has this. I'm blessed because if I fell into hard times, I have somewhere to land on. Like, I know that I could count on my parents who are still here with me. Again, I know a lot of people don't have that. Whether it's because they just don't have that relationship or they lost their parents, and so I know that I am lucky and blessed in that way, and for that I am thankful. I am thankful that I do have that security that others I know don't. um Sometimes my job stresses me out. It's hard to work in education. Anybody that's out there will tell you that is very challenging, but I'm grateful that I have it. It kept me employed during the shutdown, right? When everybody was isolated, I was actually able to work and continue to work, and that helped me pay my bills. And not everybody had that. A lot of people had no work, had nowhere to go. And so I'm very thankful for those things. I'm thankful for having shelter, that not everybody has that. I'm thankful for having some stability, that not everybody has that. I'm grateful that I actually have, even though they drive me crazy because it is family, but I have one. I'm thankful that I'm in a really long relationship with Kevin. Been together for like 18 years. Not easy to do. It takes work, guys. Relationships take work. It's not always easy. It's not always, roses and rainbows and all of that. It does take work. It takes work. It takes, understanding. It takes working. It takes a lot of work, and I am grateful for that. And I am grateful that during the pandemic, Sean, because we were just hanging out, because again, we actually met through Kevin because he was doing online karaoke to try to keep us connected. And so people couldn't leave their homes, and so he opened, his Zoom channel and allowed people to join and do karaoke virtually, and that was a lot of fun. And that's actually how I connected with Sean. I knew Kat because of Christina, the twins. I met her a few times, but we even more connected more because of that, and we connected through LTF. So Sean, I'm very thankful that you brought me on board, brought a Nick on board, and allowed me a platform just to have fun, to talk about football. And because of that, I connected with so many people like Kate. I never would have met Kate if I hadn't connected with Sean and Kat the way we did during 2020. And so I'm very appreciative of knowing you, that we have this ladies show. And Janae, love you again. Hope your wife feels better. Your baby is gorgeous. Quinn is adorable. Please keep posting more videos and photos of your baby because she's gorgeous. And so I never would have connected that way with her either. So again, I'm thankful for Sean for bringing me into this LTF family and allowing me a platform to have a show with Kate and Janae. And Ash, come back, please, during the Christmas break. All the wonderful people, you know who you are, that we've connected through group chats that I never would have met otherwise. And so, Nick, love you. So hopefully we'll have a beer again soon. Feel better, because I know you were under the weather. And so I'm very grateful for this platform that allows me to decompress and just have fun. And so, yes, hopefully, Kate, I meet you in person one day and not virtually.
We're going to do it. I promise. Chicago is not that far.
I know. So again, I am thankful for those opportunities and with what I do have, because it's in abundance. So love my audience. Thank you guys for joining us every week.
Again.
And when you can't join us, thank you for looking at our recaps that Sean always diligently puts together, because he always makes sure to put clips out to make sure that the recap is posted on our YouTube channel, so that if you can't catch us, you can still go back and watch. And so again, very grateful for all of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope everyone has a beautiful Thanksgiving holiday next week. Even if it's a Friendsgiving. So again, I've said it before, sometimes family is when you create. So enjoy your Thanksgiving with family, or your Friendsgiving, or if you like being alone, because some people actually like solitude during the holidays to just kind of take care of themselves. Happy Thanksgiving to you too.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and we love you guys.
Thank you so much for joining the show and seeing us tonight. And again, leave comments, like, share, all that good stuff. And
Have a good night.
Good night, everybody.